Hidden away in a backyard in the old part of town is Werner Schlotter's workshop. He is an artist who creates sculptures out of wood, clay and bronze, as well as semi-abstract drawings. But most people in Konstanz know him for his carnival masks. As they are traditionally carved out of wood, usually linden wood because it is light and soft, which makes it relatively easy to carve, an expert is needed to produce them for the many carnival lovers who want to participate in all the fun in a traditional mask and costume, called a häs. The mask you see here is a so-called Konstanzer Frichtle, which roughly translates into little rascal. In its finished state, it is absolutely shiny and smooth, and we are going to watch Werner in the process of making a new mask like this one. He starts out with a large block of linden wood that has a smaller block glued to it. This will eventually become the nose. In the beginning there is a lot of noise, chipping with a hammer and a rough chisel to arrive at the basic rounded shape of the face. There are traditional groups whose masks have been around for ages, but every year new groups are formed that design their own masks and costumes and then look for a craftsman or artist to carve and possibly paint the masks for them. It takes around 2 days to carve one mask, and even if a set of masks is produced for the same group, every mask will be slightly different, for each one is a work of art and not cheap mass production. Customers often send in very personal and special wishes. There is, for example, a postcard in the workshop from a little girl who wrote, "Dear Werner, I would like my Frichtle to look friendly and to have a little mole and blue eyes." Now, how to explain to a kid that the eyes are really just holes and don't have any color? Luckily, a local optician could help out with blue contacts, and the girl got what she had asked for. The next step in the production process is carried out with a finer chisel. The rough edges are scraped off, and finer outlines like the nose, the eyes, and the mouth are shaped. Here you can compare the workpiece with what it will look like in the end. The mouth of a Frichtle needs special attention. A typical feature are one or several gaps between the teeth, and these also have to be carved out carefully. The number and width of these gaps is different for every mask. Some other masks in the workshop belong to the Alabok, a carnival group from a suburb of Constance. Their long beak is always individually fitted, with an object like a fish, a can of beer, or any other object. These masks will be painted by the members of the group themselves, and then worn with a feathery, bird-like costume. These two masks are from the town of Rottweil, a stronghold of traditional Fasnacht, about 100 kilometers north of Constance. The one with the wide mouth is called the Bite, the other one a Gschell, which translate into set of bells. Slowly our mask is getting closer to its final shape now.
Ja, wenn du mal bei Sibylle bist, guck mal auf die Foto, so ist wie früher eine Technikausbildung. Das ist so eine Art Hausmeisterarbeit.
Ja, ja.
Und das kann unterschiedlich sein.
The following step is the sanding. It looks easy enough, but takes a great deal of strength and pressure to arrive at a perfectly smooth and even surface.
Es gibt aber auch eine hauswirtschaftliche und eine kaufmännische Abteilung. Also für fast jeden was dabei.
Now the outside of the mask is finished, but what remains to be done is to carve and hollow out the backside of the mask. Loud and powerful at first, it soon becomes a delicate process, for the mask must become light and thin enough so that it can be worn for many hours. On the other hand, there is always the risk of breaking through the surface and thus ruining the entire work, which would be a great pity, for a mask like this costs about 400 euros. Several coats of paint and a hand-woven wig are the finishing touch to the mask. It comes to life as soon as it is put on, and the typical gesture of the finger in the gap between the teeth, expressing slyness as well as shyness, is immediately connected to a Frichtle by any local who sees it. The mask seems to smile with relief that the hard work is over now, and the fun can start. So, out to the streets, to dance and sing.